In this video, we're going to go through how to set up and use the menu cell options that we have in Lizzy. So to get started, we're going to go to Settings, and we're going to come down to Finance, and then Menu Cell Setup. Now this is a two-step process. The first thing is we have a range, and this is basically allowing me to set the finance terms in 12 months, 24 months, up to the highest months. And Lizzy's actually will use these beginning and ending ranges to display the different payment information on the invoice when we get over to it. So you'll see that in a moment. So all you're doing is setting the minimum range and the maximum range of products or of financing that you would have, and the system will do the rest. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to select the individual F&I products. And so so for example here, we can select a product to edit it. So from here, I'll just edit the gap insurance, but you can also hit add new and create a brand new product if you want. But I'm just going to go ahead and edit the gap insurance to show you what it looks like. We're going to give it a product name. We're going to select the product type, and then a default retail price and cost if we want to do that. We don't have to fill these in because we can do it on the deal itself. So if it's something that changes on a regular basis, you may not want to set a default, but you do have the option to do that. Also, who the provider of that particular thing is, and then you've got up to 3 highlights that you can enter in here as to why the customer should want to purchase that particular product. This information will show up on your report when you print out your report later on. So the next thing that we're going to do, once you get that done, we're going to hit the save, and then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to set up the individual menu cells themselves. So first the products, next we're going to go to the menu setup. And so here, again, we can edit an existing menu that we have already created, or we can add a new menu. I'm just going to go ahead and select this Finance New Street. So this would be a finance deal on a new street bike. So we're going to select that. It gives us a name that we can enter in. It also gives us filters that we need to set. This basically decides or helps Lizzy to decide when it's going to display this particular menu item. So if, for example, I'm selling a used bike, this particular one won't show up over there as a possible menu cell selection. So we select from our list of any of these things that we want to help limit when to show this particular menu cell. And then down here at the bottom, we have 5 different selections. So we've got diamond, platinum, gold, silver, and bronze. And then all we're going to do is we're going to select the products that we want to have available on that particular menu cell when we pull it up. And so this is just selecting from the different products that we created in the first step here just a moment ago. And we're just hitting the drop list, selecting them. Again, you can set defaults in here if you want, or you can leave them 0 and set them on the deal itself. Save it, and you're done. So now we have products, and we have set up our menu cells themselves. So now how do we actually use this information? So to do that, we're going to go over here to Invoicing, and I'm just going to open up an existing deal that I have. And we're going to come down here to our finance section, and you see a protection menu button here. So we're going to select that. This identifies which protection menu should show up on this particular deal, and it has brought up that particular menu cell. And so these are all of my options that I have available. You'll also notice the payment information down here at the bottom. So as I'm setting or changing these numbers, all of these payment items will change. Also, our APR percentage rates will update automatically when we make a change here, as well as when I choose a month of payments, it'll actually pass that information back to the actual deal itself as well. So all you're going to do is fill in the numbers here and select just click the close button at the top, and it'll automatically update your deal with whichever package you had selected. To select a package, you're just going to select it up here at the top, and you'll notice that everything has updated on the deal in just a minute. Another thing is you'll notice that there's trash cans on here. So maybe the customer says, I don't want this item, and you delete them off. And then a moment later, he changes his mind and decides that he wants one of them. Well, Once you delete it, there's nothing here to add it back to that particular package. And so what we would do is down here at the bottom, there's a button to reset to the original menu. So this will actually go through and put everything back on here that you might have deleted. So another option that you have here is that I choose to deny all coverage. When you choose this, it'll basically remove all of the different protection items that you might have previously selected. And then also we have our report that we can print out that the customer would actually sign here on the protection menu button itself. But basically what happens here is when we close this, you'll notice all of the numbers here have changed. We've got our 48 months at 10%. And then all of the numbers here have changed. And if we edit the unit itself, you'll notice that some of the options here have automatically filled in based on what we had selected. So there's gap insurance, extended warranty. So all of the processes that you are used to having here on the deal, they all still work the same way. It's just the menu cell option will allow you to very quickly select from a package and have Lizzy go and update the deal to reflect that package instead of having to go through and set all of these things one by one.